Welcome back to Information Technology. Topic Advanced Web Designing Part 4. Subtopic is metadata, meta tag and internal CSS. Today we are going to see definitions and uses of meta tag. What is meta tag and how it is used in HTML5 program. The metadata is data, informations about the data. The meta tag provides metadata about HTML documents, and it will not be displayed on the page but will be machine perishable. Meta elements are typically used to specify page descriptions, keyword, author of the document, last modifier and other metadata. Why we use meta elements? To specify page description, keyword, author of the document, last modifier and other metadata. It can be used by browsers how to display content or reload page, search engine, keywords or other web services. When we search something in search engine, we use the keyword, and through that search engine display the informations. How the search engine identify this information? Through the metadata, because in the metadata they use the keyword. That's why the particular information, for example, you want to learn the HTML5 and the HTML5 is given the keyword there. So if whenever you type HTML5, the search engine display that information regarding to the HTML5. What are the browsers are there which can support to metadata tag? The first browser is the regular browser we are using, that is the Chrome. It supports meta tag. Second one is Microsoft Edge. It also supports the metadata tag. Next, Safari, it supports Mozilla Firefox and Opera Mini. These are the browser which support meta tag. Some tips and notes. The meta tag always go inside the head element. When we'll start writing the program, you must use meta tag inside the head tag. Metadata is always passed as name or value pairs. The content attribute must be defined if the name or the HTTP equi attribute is defined. If none of these are defined, the content attribute cannot be defined. Example 1. Defining keyword for search engine. To define keyword for search engine, how to use meta tag? So first you have to use the meta tag, then the name equal keywords, content HTML5, learn HTML5, list of HTML5. So these are the content is put as a keyword. When you're going to search information regarding HTML5, learn HTML5, list of HTML5, any one keyword found in the search engine will display the informations regarding HTML5. So this is called defining the keyword for search engine by using meta tag. Second example is given how to define a descriptions of your web page. So now second example is given, meta name equal description, contain what? Advanced web designing. Suppose you put in a search engine advanced web design. So here content is given advanced web design. Through that description, the search engine will find and it will display the information regarding advanced web designing. Third example, defining the author of a page. Who is the author of the page? How to find it? It can be found through the meta name author contain Balbharti. Here one example is given, meta name author contain Balbharti. Example 4, refresh document every 30 seconds. Suppose you want to refresh the web page every 30 seconds, then you can use meta http equi equal refresh contain after every 30 seconds. The page content will be refreshed every 30 seconds. So that purpose you can use the meta tags. Now attribute, what are the attributes of meta tags? Now meta tags attributes are, first attributes is given, that is name. The value of the name attribute can be related to any of the following. For example, name equal author, description, keyword, copyright, etc. etc. Means when you are writing, for example, meta name equal author. Suppose you want to write authors. It specifies the name of the metadata like the author, keyword, or description. The next attribute of the meta tag is content or content. It can have any textual material related to the name. For example, meta name equal author, content equal Bal Bharati, or meta name equal description, content equal advanced web designing, or meta name equal keyword, content equal HTML file, learn HTML file, list of HTML file, etc. Here contents of author is Bal Bharati. Value of content attributes specify name of the topic, advanced web designing. The next value for content attributes are given as keyword like HTML file, learn HTML file, etc. The next meta tags attribute we use, that is called character set. This character set is set to the Indian UTF-8 and for the China Big 5. Means it specifies the character encoding used by the document. This is called character encoding declarations. In Indian, we use UTF-8 for Indian character. In China, they use Big 5 for character in Chinese. The next attribute is meta HTTP equi. It has the value, refresh, set cookies, content type, expires, etc. Means meta type HTTP dash equi equal refresh, content equal file. Means your content will, or the page or the document will refresh every 5 seconds. Meta HTTP dash equi equals set cookie. It will set the cookies. Sometimes you see the web browser, when you open it asks you to we record the cookies, like this message come. So for that reason they use HTTP equi. Okay, so meta HTTP equi expire, content user ID PQR, expires Wednesday 8 February 2018. This date and time is given. In that date and that time, that content will get expire. So it is used for HTTP response message header. Here the page will get refreshed after every 5 seconds. The browser sends the cookies back to the server. It also specifies the character encoding for the document. Also, page section will get expire at specify date and time. For that reason, HTTP equi we use. Here is example of meta tag. Let's see how to type. As you know that how to type HTML5 program, which tag we use first. The first tag we use, that is called exclamation doctype HTML, followed by HTML tag. Then we use head tag. Head include the title tag containing the title for the program. So here I have given the title meta tag example, and here I close the title tag. Then I use the meta tag and then the name, and here is the value I use, that is called author, and then content equal Bal Bharati. Here the meta tag is set for author, content, Bal Bharati. Next, meta name is given value descriptions, and the content is given here advanced web designing. Means the content is given advanced web designing. Name is set description. The next meta tag is used with the name attribute is keyword, and content is given HTML5, learn HTML5, list in HTML5. So these are the keyword we use. Next, meta name equal copyright. So contents are given here. Copyright Balvarti. So this copyright is given to the Balvarti, all right reserved. Next, we have to close the head tag because this meta tag informations or metadata or meta tag we are going to write in head sections. It include in the head section, not out of the head section. Next tag is body tag, and then you can write whatever you want to write, you want to display on the page. You can write in the body section by using p tag. Here I use the p tag and I have written welcome to HTML5, and then complete the p tag, and then complete the body tag, and then complete or close the HTML tag. As you know that meta tag you use to write this author description keyword and copyright will be not displayed on the web page. The output you will see on the web page only the welcome to HTML5. But welcome to HTML5, who is the author here? Bharati. Descriptions what it welcome to HTML5 advanced web designing, and the keyword to search in HTML5 in search engine you have to type HTML5, learn HTML5, list in HTML5. You will get the information regarding welcome to regarding HTML5. Okay, so this is the small program is given how to use meta tag. Meta tag program output. Just now we have learned how to write HTML5 program by using meta tag. Now let's see how you will get an output. This is the output. Once you save the program and run in browser, you will get this output. As I told you, metadata will be not displayed on the page, but what you are written in the body section will be displayed. Welcome to HTML5. So that's why this output is shown like this. Next, CSS in HTML5. What is CSS? CSS means cascading style set. Cascading style set in HTML5. It stands for cascading style set, and it describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen, paper, or in other media. It is used to set the style in web page contain HTML elements. It set the background color, font size, font family, color, etc. So your web page will look attractive. These all properties of the elements in web page we use in cascading style set. In HTML5 or HTML, it is not possible to make the web page attractive. To make the web page attractive, you need to use CSS, cascading style set, and its properties and values. Let's see what is the syntax of CSS. Syntax means what? Syntax means grammar, how to write the CSS code. If you made a mistake in grammar while speaking in English, your sentence not come proper. So here also in the CSS you must follow the syntax. Means rule, how to write the CSS code. Here CSS rules is given. First rule is you have to define a selector, and second rule is you have to define declaration block. So what is selector? What is declaration block? Look at this example. In this example, H1, you know that H1 tag we use to print large text. So here selector is H1 we use. You can use any other tag as a selector, P tag, B tag for bold, I tag for italic, or any other tag you can use. Body tag also you can use as a selector. This is called selector. This full things here, look here, from here to here, it is called declaration block. We call declaration block. And this is the property. This is color is the property. Yellow is the value. So this is the rule you have to follow while declaring this cascading style set or the style for the text. Next, selector, as I told you that I use the H1. You can use the body, bold, italic, underlines. It indicates the HTML elements you want to style. It could be any tag like H1, body, etc. Declaration block. The declaration block can contain one or more declarations separated by a semicolon. For the below example, there are two declaration block. There are two declaration. First one is the color and the second one is the font size. Okay, there are two declarations here given. Color is the property, font size also is the property, yellow is the value. Here 11 pixel is given, that also is the value. So it is used to declare the contain one or more declarations separately by semicolon. Now property means what? A property is a type of attribute of HTML element. It could be color, border, or etc. Here the selector, once again I am showing the selector and the property. This is color is the property. In the next here font size also is the property. So color and the font size is the property. It could be any other things. Value, when you're using the style, how to set the CSS, that time you must provide the value. What is called value? Value are assigned to CSS properties. Now here color, but what is the value is given? Color name is given yellow, that's why it is called as a value. And the second font size, but how much font size you use here? 11 pixel. So this is again value. In the above example, it is shown that yellow is assigned to the color property and the 11 pixel is assigned to the font size. So these are called values. Let us see type of CSS. What are the type of CSS? There are three type of CSS in HTML. They are: first, inline CSS; second, embedded style sheet or internal CSS; third, external CSS. Let's see the first type of CSS cascading style sheet is inline style sheet. This inline style sheet is used in the style attribute in the HTML start tag. For example, I use here p tag, p style equal color colon blue double inverted I use this an angular bracket, and then next I have written hello CSS and I close the p tag. Here the style will be applied for the hello CSS. This hello CSS text will be printed in color blue because you assign the style color blue. So that's why this text will be printed in color blue. Okay. Inline CSS is used to apply CSS on a single line or element in the web page. Single line or element in the web page. That's why it is called the inline. While you're writing the HTML program and you're using the CSS, inline CSS, you have to use in the body section. Next, embedded style sheet or internal CSS. What is called embedded style sheet or internal CSS? How it is different from inline CSS? Inline CSS we are learning just now, you have to define in the body sections, and you can define only for the single line. Here embedded style sheet or the internal CSS you can define for a single document or page. It can affect all the elements of the page, and it is written inside the style tag within head section of HTML. Means when you are writing or declaring the CSS style, you have to write this or you have to create the style in the head section. Okay, let us see example internal CSS program. The tag will remain same, that is called doc type HTML, head. Now here you have to pay attention. In this head section you are going to create a style. To create a style you must use the style tag. Okay, style tag, I use a style tag over here. In this style tag you have to create a style, that is called internal CSS. Now while creating the internal CSS, you must keep in your mind that what rules you have to use to create a style that you have to follow. For example, first selector, then property, and then values, and that should be closed in brace bracket. Okay, now first I use h1 is the selector, color is the property, and the name of the color is given as a value. So here h1 color equal color colon red, that should be value should be separate by using this colon, and this full property and the value can be separated by using semicolon. Okay, then you can close the style tag. After closing style tag, you have to proceed close the head tag, then proceed with the body tag. In the body tag, you're going to use this style for the text. Now which text you're going to use this style, there you're going to put the h1 tag. Now say I use h1 tag for this statement, and here I mention the internal style sheet is applied on this heading. So that's why h1 and closing h1 tag I use, because I have used h1 selector over here. So h1 selector is taken as a color property and red value. So when you run this program, you will see the internal style sheet is applied on this heading, will be printed in large font size, and you will get a red color for it. Okay, next paragraph tag I use, and I close here paragraph tag, but this paragraph will not be affected with any style because we are not given any style for this paragraph. Then close the body tag, and then finally close HTML tag. Now see the output of this program. The output of this program, the internal style sheet is applied on this heading because we have created the style for h1 tag. That's why it printed in large font size, and you can see a red color is given because we use the red color value and for that text. And here this paragraph will not be applied because we are not given any style to this paragraph, second paragraph. So this way you can create an internal style sheet. While creating the internal style sheet, keep in your mind that you have to use this style sheet creating in head section. You have to use a style tag to create a CSS. Thank you.